Hey everybody, welcome back to Divinity Dragon Commander, and I did exactly what I said I would do. I'm gonna do a little cheatsy doodle, so don't mind me. I tested it out to make sure it works. It does. Alright, let's do this. You let me down last time. Alright. Let's go. We're just gonna get right into it. We gotta clean up a lot of stuff that we messed up. So let's do some cleanup, major cleanup, and save the day.
We'll crush them one leg at a time.
I'm the one being hunted here.
A drumman's orders are a sober man's thoughts.
Reinforcements requested.
Yeah, we got them. They didn't even get a chance. Not this time. Whee! Look, I know I'm cheating, but it's to get through this, because I suck at RTSs, okay? Give me a break. Let me have it. All right. Revlon Times, Wartime Edition. Total casualties of war, 23,544. No headline today because the Revlon Times is being censored by Draconic Emperor. Our sincerest apologies. Dwarf Scholar celebrates lizard lineage. I've been drunk but never seen that drunk, comment Sir Silvervein. But never that drunk, comments Sir Silvervein. There we go. The old feudal system versus the new empire. Journalists' dissemination. Emperor's political popularity among dwarves 25%, elves 65%, lizards 90%, imps 75%, undead 35%.
Accursed be that hothead of a Henry, Commander.
I'd rather swallow needles than endeavor a constructive discussion with him ever again. You know what he's like on the field. Always must he fly solo. Always must he go charging in like a bull in heat. Ridiculous. If he's thinking at all about what he's doing, it's with his brain that dangles, not deducts. The man's a menace, a danger to himself and others.
How delightfully entertaining to see Catherine and Henry exploding in rage over a strategic disagreement. Like children they are, vainly trying to prove to one another they have the better toy. Of course, none of the two realizes they could argue till the dwarves grow tired of gold and never reach the tiniest epiphany. To wage war requires a distinct brand of genius. Where they are found wanting, I am found abounding.
By all the gods, real or imaginary, devils take my manhood if that Catherine creature isn't a bigger bitch than a mountain-sized mastiff. So what if I wage war by my own rules and care little for her so-called team tactics? That's no reason to question my ability. She's lucky she has tits to prove she's not a man, or I'd have beaten her more savagely than a dwarf is anvil. Besides, what's the use of standing shoulder to shoulder when you know the fella next to you will run once the swords start ringing and the blood begins to flow? Aye, that's what happened the day I lost my arm. I stood my ground, alone. And the rest of the Emperor's generals, they outran their wives and their litter trying to escape. So much for loyalty. So much for duty.
I can imagine it's hard to put trust in someone when you've been through such an ordeal. We here might not form a band of brothers yet, but we never will unless you give us a chance.
I find it a lot easier to tell the benefit of the doubt it can go shag itself. But if you insist, I'll give the others a chance. Though I'm sure they'll prove to be a bigger disappointment than looking for a brothel in an elf town.
A toast to triumph.
Damn. Alright. We gotta take over the rest of this place. We gotta get done with Act 1. We're nowhere near the end of Act 1. Alright. The Rivellon Times, Wartime Edition. Total casualties of war, 26,544. Raven bartender tired of General's drunken babble. All he talks about is his imp arm, and he tips worse than a dwarf. Emperor's victory parade deemed tacky at best. How you can survive the war. Emperor's political popularity among dwarves, 25%, elves 65%, lizards 90%, imps 75%, undead 35%.
Oh, my head. Feels like there's an imp wedding celebration going on in there and they've just lighted the fireworks. I drank shots and played poker with Henry, Edmund, and Scarlet. Not a dime left in my pockets. But it was rather jolly, in a vulgar sort of way. Men will have their simple pleasures, you know. Games of chance, drinking games, etc. All made for a welcome change from Henry's moody ways, though. He was rather cordial, if you can believe it. Thought I'd see Maxos shave his beard first.
Commander, you know that many of the greatest imp inventors and scientists suffer no end of injuries in the line of duty. New and fickle weapons tend to, well, go boom at inopportune moments. Often, we heal their wounds with magic and replace lost limbs with marvels of engineering. But ever so often, they are beyond repair. In that case, we like to end their suffering by means of black rose extract. In the eyes of the law, though, this is murder. So let us scrap that law.
Well, this one's a touchy subject. I'm gonna assume York is against it, though, because murder, and it's against the gods. Oberon might be a little bit more lenient towards it. Silvervein I see being against it. And Prospera is probably against it as well. I'm gonna assume this is a 3-2. Against would be my guess.
Life is a gift of the gods, and so of course is death. It is not up to mortals or undead to tamper with either of them, which is precisely what those impish charlatans are trying to do.
Yeah, that was about my guess.
Trinculo is quite correct, Commander. That law is woefully outdated and should simply be abolished. Sometimes to kill is the only way to be merciful.
Yep. Saw that coming. And let's see if I'm right about Silvervein and Prospero. They're the ones that I was a little bit more... I'm just taking a shot in the dark.
No dwarf goes gently into the dark night if he can help it, Commander. We fight against the dying light with every sinew in our bodies, and no needle-wielding quack will Ballywell interfere. Only those who clung to every last breath are worthy of the eternal warrior's afterlife.
Mr. Shortfuse's proposal is a meritorious one, Commander. Every sun must set.
Okay.
And if the setting is one of suffering, why not speed it along with Black Rose?
Okay, so 3-2, 4. Okay, so that makes sense actually. That Prospero would be for it because she's actually pretty reasonable when it comes to things that Oberon and Trinculio come up with.
I'm glad you're being so sensible about this, Commander. One of our doctors had to resort to jailbreak after ministering to a miserable old dwarf almost burnt beyond recognition when he dozed off with a pipe in his mouth. Set his beard aflame in no time, the poor bugger. What could that imp do but slip him sweet sister sleep?
Alright.
Next time Henry wants to play cards, I'll tell him I'd rather tongue kiss a rattler. Such an unrefined game, really. The pastime of booze hounds and imbeciles. Quite unfit for a man of my refinement. To change the subject entirely, could I receive my wages a bit earlier this month? I've had some unexpected expenses.
Yeah, like and our buddy Henry.
Commander, so I took your counsel to heart and decided I should give my fellow generals a chance to prove they are worthy of my esteemed friendship and perhaps even trust. What better test I can put them to, I ask myself, than the holy game of poker? See who's shrewd, Behold who bluffs, descry who dares, and when. So that's what I did. Rounded 'em up and played from dusk till dawn. You were right. They're not a bad bunch once you get to know 'em. Obviously, I left their purses emptier than Yorick's skull, which does do wonders for my temper. Can't rightly say if that endeared me to them, but I'm sure as hell would like to see more of them once this month's wages come in.
Oh.
You taught our enemy the meaning of defeat, Commander, but
Okay, that's Scarlet. Less. Okay, moving on. Get all our upgrades. Got all the Act 1 upgrades, I think. So let's just finish up Act 1, right? Uh-oh. Hold on. Fucking up. There we go. There we go. we're not quite invincible. I thought we were invincible for a moment there, but I noticed we lost a few troops still. So we can still lose a battle, but it'll be rare. The Rivellon Times, Wartime Edition. Total casualties of war, 29,784. Thanks to Emperor, doctors can simply kill off annoying patients. Illegal gambling rampant aboard the Raven. Whispers of vile orgies persist. Imp's intro to new tech. We blow fish out of the sea all the time, so why not enemy ships? Triumph trumps overkill, Emperor says, even undead perplexed. Imps lack inspiration. Imps copy enemy armor design to the letter. Emperor's political popularity among dwarves 20%, elves 70%, lizards 95%, imps 80%, undead 30%. So that's what they meant by that.
Horror of horrors, Commander. Claudella, our foremost artist, turns out to be a sinner of sapphic sentiments. Such transgression cannot be condoned. The gods will not stand for it. All her works shall be pulled down onto the ground and smashed into the dust. Seven forgive us for having admired her so.
Once more, the undead are in an uproar over nothing, Commander. Now they are systematically tearing down the statues of their own foremost artist because she made the posthumous confession of being gay. What on earth moved her to do so, we'll never know, but the results are tragic. Please tell Yorick to calm his kin. A civilized society should not stand for such barbarism, whether the gods approve or not.
Yeah, that's not great.
Naught but a skirmish with...
Remember I mentioned the artist Della Gecko a while ago, Commander? Brilliant. Gay. Well, I have another example. The undead sculptress Claudella, who sadly perished a short while ago because of some strange disease that sometimes plagues her kindred. She was an artist of profound mastery, revered by every single one of the undead, but now that in her last will and testament she revealed to have had a long-standing physical relationship with a woman they always assumed to be her sister, the vermin are systematically destroying all her works. Beautiful bronzes, marvelous marbles, all are falling under the hypocrites' hammers. But you can do something about this, Commander. You can stop this madness. And if you won't, give me the order and I'll bash the skull of each vandal I meet.
Don't go bashing skulls, Scarlet. I'll take care of this. It's sad and ridiculous that the undead would destroy work of genius because of someone's nature.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Cheers, Commander. You're officially a patron of the arts now. I shall raise a toast to you tonight. And in the meantime, try not to succumb to the temptation of yanking away Yorick's lower jaw and throwing it overboard.
What a glorious...
Were that I were the monarch.
Alright. Anything we need to buy back? Nope. Okay. Let's go. So close. We're almost there. There we go. Ha ha, this is what we needed. their capital, which means we're about to just win, actually. Oh, they are scared on this one. Okay, so we need to go in for this one. Because it is their capital, so that's why they're so terrified. They realize that if they lose this place, they lose. So. Ooh, even with cheats, they were gonna overrun us on that one if I don't go in. So. another victory. Easy. Now it's done. Oh boy. Ah boy. Ah boy, bye bye. Alright, we conquered the capital of Carthan and successfully stolen all of their belongings. Gold +4, tech +3. And we're not done kicking their ass. Kick their ass, Scarlet. Please. Please kick their ass, Scarlet. Please. Please, 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 please. Yes. Rivellon Times. Wartime Edition. Total casualties of war, 30,716. Emperor protects art of pervert sculptor. Emperors collect them all. Attitude condemned. War is not childish competition, philosophers say. You deserve to be lied to, says Emperor. Emperor's political popularity among dwarves 20%, elves 70%, lizards 100%, imps 80%, undead 25%. Alright. That will be all for today, because we are out of time. So let's... We got pretty far, though, because we cheated a bit. But, hey, we're here for the story. So, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you really like our content, check out the Patreon, which is linked down below, where you can watch our content before it's released publicly on YouTube. Also, be sure to check out the Discord, which is also linked down below, where you can come be a part of our community. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye.